way to make a living is by playing gigs. And I'm here to tell you that that is one piece of the puzzle. I've been the drummer for the Sam Morrison Band for 26 years, and I've been able to earn a living as a musician and been in the business for over 30 years. Now, when I say earn a living as a musician, what I mean by that is I don't have a day job. I did for a long time, but I don't have a day job. This is what I do. And if you do have a day job, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're first starting out. Don't quit your day job just to go all in. You've got to kind of take these steps to get yourself out there. So here's the 5 proven ways that have worked for me. Number one is just what I said, diversification. I think that that is so incredibly important, right? Doing gigs is one way, but another way is teaching lessons, giving master classes, doing coaching. A big part of what I do is I talk to people one on one and give them coaching classes. If you're interested in that, you can reach me through my website. I'll put a link to that in the comments below, bartrobley.com. I can help you out in a lot of areas. Other ways you can do it is remote session work. The studio that I'm sitting in right now is not only my teaching studio, it's a recording studio. I do tracks in here all the time and I send them out all over the place. So if you have a way to record yourself remotely, guess what? The world kind of becomes your client base, right? You can reach anybody through the internet. So recording tracks and sending them out, that is a big, big, big thing. The more skills that you have, the more skills that you can develop are going to be more opportunities that you'll have to get paid. So just remember that. Always kind of be looking for new skills and new areas that you can better yourself. I think number two, the other thing that I think is super important is to build a personal brand. Okay. Develop your own personal brand. Have a professional website. I've always said that your website is the front door to your business. Now, social media has done, I don't want to say that social media has taken that over. I don't believe that. Some people have said that. I don't think that. My opinion is that social media is kind of the highlight reel. Uh, here's what we did at the gig. Here's how we got to the gig. Here's some pictures and video of what we ate before the gig. All these things, and you can post on there where you're playing and all that stuff. But still, I think a good professional website is so important. You can have great headshots on there, great pictures, an EPK, electronic press kit. That's so important to have that on your website. Another thing I think is really important to remember that on your website, have videos of yourself playing live videos, good audio quality live videos. The reason this is important is because you can go into a recording studio and record something and then fly that sound into a video, make yourself sound great. But if you have a good quality video, this is what I sound like, this is what the band sounds like live, man, that'll get you hired every time if your skills are good. Um, Remember, you're not just a musician, you're a brand. And people want to buy brands. Brands are a business. So remember that. I think it's really, really important. Capitalize on your skill set. My case, I'm a drummer. I send drum tracks out. I can do percussion overdubs in here. I can do voiceovers in here. It's a great studio for doing voiceover work. I've done voiceovers in here. I can hire the studio out. You can do it too. If you have a studio and you have the ability to do that, that is fantastic. So make sure that you capitalize on those things. Let people know that that you're available to do that work. One of the other things that I tell everybody, and this is sometimes kind of a tough one for people, but lose the ego and don't be afraid to do tech work. Okay. Look, I think the one thing that everybody hates about doing a gig is the setup and the teardown, right? The grunt work, the carrying your gear in and out. That's the drag part of the gig. But I have a lot of friends of mine who are in the business and they'll go out, they do gigs, and some of them are, they're really popular bands and they don't have a tech, right? They don't have somebody to help them out. So they'll have me come help them out. I get paid for that. The good thing for them about that is not only uh, do they not have to do the work and not have to move the gear? But since I'm a drummer and I'm doing drum tech work for a friend of mine, guess what? When he gets behind his kit, it's going to be dialed and ready to go. And you can do that too, right? If you're a drummer, guitar player, whatever, do tech work. I know it's kind of a thing like, gosh, I want to be the guy on the stage playing, and you will be, right? Most of the time I am. But you know what? You're going to not only be able to connect with the players and connect with the audience and stuff like that, but you're going to make friends at the venues that you do tech work at. I just recently did a tech thing for a buddy of mine up at the Whiskey in Hollywood. I've made friends with the parking attendant behind the whiskey. Okay, I did. I got there early, went in to help set up the drums, get the show ready. We went out to dinner. On the way back, I walked through the parking lot and there was the parking lot attendant. He goes, I thought that was your truck. I said, well, you weren't here. So I didn't get my car towed. So having friends in business, that's a good one, man. You'll make friends whenever you're out there, you're going to meet people. Those people are going to help you out. And that brings me to my next point, and that is network strategically. Okay. Networking is a big thing. If you're a guitar player, a drummer, look, it doesn't matter. Make friends with other guitar players, make friends with other drummers. They're not your competition, they're your friends. I have a podcast called Drummers Education Connection. And it's me and three other amazing drummers, Chip Ritter, Jeremy Steinkohler, and Rick Stojak. They're also great drum teachers, great educators, and authors. They do everything that I do. But again, they're not my competition. We level each other up. We help each other out. We've built a brand together. There we go. Back to the branding, right? So we've built this thing together and we level each other up. So don't feel that you're in competition with somebody. Feel that you are helping each other out. Every connection that you make is a friendship. Every friendship is a way that you can collaborate and work with other people. Last but not least, number five, create a passive income stream. And what I mean by that, I've written, gosh, 5 or 6 books by now. My first book, The School of Hard Rocks, it's a drumming instructional book. It came out over 20 years ago. I still make income from it. I have my latest book, Drum Up Your Business. It's about this stuff right here that I'm talking about in this video. It's a passive stream of income. I get royalties for that. I also have stuff on Gumroad. Gumroad, if you haven't heard of it, I'll put some links in the comments below. I have a book on there called You Are Your Best Commodity, and it's how to build yourself into a brand. Stuff like that are passive uh, income streams that make money while you are asleep. Start a YouTube channel, right? Get yourself out there and get it monetized. Do all these things to build your career into the music business, right? So you will play, you will do gigs, but all of these things help you out. They get your name out there and it makes you a better you. So let's recap real quick. So, number one, diversify your income streams. That's incredibly important. Number two, build a strong personal brand. One of the things in the personal branding that you can do, make sure you got a cool logo. Get business cards, right? If you're at the end of a gig and somebody comes up says, "Hey, I thought you played great. I'd love to hire you for a gig or a recording session or whatever." Looks a lot more professional to hand somebody an old school business card than it is writing your name on a bar napkin, right? Put it in their pocket. Oh yeah, this is the guy I saw play the other night. Get some of those things made. Number three, capitalize on your skill sets. No matter what you have, no matter what you can offer, put it out there and offer it. It's so incredibly important. Network strategically, we're all friends. We're all in this community together. Make friends in the business. It's a small business. A lot of times we think the music business is this big business. It's small. Everybody knows each other. And fifth and finally, create passive sources of income. Again, the links to all that stuff are going to be in the comments below. If you like this video and you think it helps you out, please consider subscribing to me and hitting the like button here. If you are interested in drum lessons or coaching, reach out to my website. Again, the link is in the comments below, bartrobley.com. Hey, and do me a favor, go down to the comments and put which one of these things that you think that you like the best and think would help you the most. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.